Hi there, my name is Colleen Menning and I am a Paparazzi independent consultant, and today I would like to talk to you guys about packaging your jewelry. When you get paparazzi jewelry as a consultant, it comes in an inner bag and an outer bag, usually like with necklaces, and there's a lot of confusion about whether or not you should keep the name of the jewelry. Is that important? Does it matter even if you keep that package? So I'm going to talk to you about organizing your jewelry just a little bit, and whether or not you can decide whether or not you even need that packaging. So when you get a necklace, it comes in the outer package just like this. And you can see it has the sticker that has the name of that piece of jewelry, right? So depending on how you organize your jewelry will depend on if you even need to keep this outer package. So when you open your jewelry, it comes in this handy little sleeve right here. And for me personally, I'll tell you kind of what I do. And it depends on what I'm doing with the jewelry actually too. So when I am doing my inventory for like events, things like that, or I'm putting it in my paparazzi truck or something like that, and it doesn't matter what the name is at that point, because when it's hanging up on my boards and I take it to events, my customers have no idea what name to call that piece of jewelry, and so I really don't care about what name it is. They're going to see it hanging on my peg hook and they're going to love it. They're going to take it home. End of story. They're done. So, you know, it doesn't matter for me to keep this packaging with the sticker with the name. So if I'm filling my boards or my truck, I'll take this and just throw it away. I don't need it. But I take this out. Now they all come, for the necklaces, they all come with a staple. So I take the staple out, okay? And when I'm hanging it on my boards, I take the jewelry out and I save this. Okay, I always save and reuse the necklace packages, because if I am sending something through the mail and say, you know, a customer says, oh, do you have such and such necklace, or do you have a blue turquoise necklace that looks like this? I'll go to my boards and I'll say, oh yes, I do have it. Guess what? I have it. Well, if it's on my board, it's hanging like this now. I don't have it packaged. So if I'm saving these and I am going to end up shipping something without one, now I've got a bunch of these that all I have to do is grab one and I can put it in there for shipping. And that's how I actually ship my jewelry anyway, is I put it back in the package and then I wrap it with bubble wrap and stuff, and I'll show you that too. Okay, so if it's going on my boards and I'm not selling it online where it has to be packaged, then I don't care about the outer package at all. Hold on one second. Sorry, my cat opened the door. So it just goes on there and it's forgotten. So as far as the name goes. So always recycle these, because there's always uses for these little plastic bags when you're selling online also. So I'll hang that up, and that's it. So and that goes for necklaces, it goes for earrings, rings, all that stuff. If you're doing a bracelet or an earring, so bracelets, earrings, and rings, it's all the same as far as the packing goes, just different sizes. There is a sticker on here. So when I take these out of the package and I hang them up on my boards for events, I don't keep these packages because they're named. And I don't want to put a random, you know, blue piece or blue earrings in this bag when it says they're white earrings. I just don't want to do that and confuse my customers. So I do toss these, but I will get... so same scenario, if somebody says, oh, I want these, you know, white pretty earrings that you have, but they're buying them over on the internet, you know, through mail, then I still want to package them in something to send them so that they're in some sort of plastic bag just for protection. And in case an earring back comes off, it's in the package, it's not loose in their envelope or whatever. So what I do is I go to, you can find these at Walmart, you can buy them on Amazon and stuff too, but Amazon's super expensive. So Walmart, Michael's, Joann's, any craft store will have these. I buy this size, which is 4x6. I buy these for bracelets. So if somebody comes and buys a bracelet, or somebody buys a bracelet online and I need a package, I can put them in one of these. I buy this size for earrings. It's a 2x3. Okay, you can see the difference. So you can also use the snack bag sized Ziploc bags. I have those. I put bracelets in those sometimes. Just any kind of zip type of bag that you can put your loose jewelry in that is not already packaged. And then for, also what I do, Starlit Shimmers. So Starlit Shimmers are kids line, and a lot of times those I don't sell online very often. So a lot of times for those I take them out and I put them on my boards for my events. When I do, I'll show you, they are not marked with a sticker. So you can actually reuse the packaging from those. So for example, you get this little plastic bag with the bracelet. So if I put this on my boards, it's on my boards, and I'm probably not going to sell that online, so I don't have to repackage it. But you've got the little package with no name, no tag, no sticker. So I save these, and I just put them in these little drawer. You know, you can get the little drawers that go in a big like tower thing, and I save all my bags. This bracelet one would go in my bracelet bin, so I've got them even labeled. That way I just put all my little plastic bags in bins by type that it, you know, for the type of jewelry that it fits. I've got them for rings, earrings, bracelets, long necklaces, short necklaces. That way as I'm packing stuff, I can just go grab it really quick and easy, and then I take the bracelet, whatever bracelet I'm selling, I put it in the little baggie that is unmarked, and now I can send it. So super easy. So I try to recycle everything, that way I don't have to buy it. I mean, why buy it when you can use these, right? The earrings from Starlit Shimmer also I keep. They're also not stickered, and they're a nice small size, so I use those actually for my rings. So the rings, they look like this. They're nice and small, and they're a little too small for a regular pair of paparazzi earrings most of the time. I mean, if it's a post earring or something maybe, but they're perfect for rings. So I put all my unpackaged rings in these, and then I ship them out. Okay, so for events, I really don't need to keep the name of the piece. I really don't care. All I care about is it's a, you know, blue bracelet or a yellow earring or whatever, and it goes on my boards by color. So I really don't need to know the name. So the opposite of that, when I'm selling on Facebook, the way that I do it is when I post a necklace for sale or whatever, I post that in my VIP group, and I put in the description, it's called At First Spotlight. I put that it's a gold necklace, and then I put the quantity that I have. So this is if I'm on Facebook, because I need to keep track of what I have on Facebook. If I have 10 of something and I say I have 10 and I've only sold 5, you know, I should have 5 left in my bins. But if I sell all 10, well, what if 11 people want it? I need to know how many I actually have so I don't oversell, you know, that particular piece. And the only reason I keep the sticker and the name of it for Facebook is because that's how I organize my jewelry for Facebook. And I'll show you that really quick so you see how I do it, and then you'll understand why. And I do that for all my jewelry, necklaces, bracelets. It doesn't matter. I keep them all in the packages so that I can easily find them when I, because of the way that I organize it. So when I get my order in, I open it up, I check it, and then I put it, if it's going on Facebook, because I do keep totally separate inventory. My Facebook inventory is only on Facebook. My event stuff is only on my boards, and it doesn't matter at that point with those. So if I am going to put these on Facebook, I check them, make sure that they're not broken, put it back in the bag, and then this is how it gets filed in my organizational bins, okay, for Facebook. So I'm going to swing around here real fast and show you. So, oops, I guess I have to move the whole thing. So these little bins here are my Facebook jewelry. So, for example, move this out of the way. My room is a working room for sure. It's a mess all the time. So, for my bins, I have drawers here. I don't know if you can see the drawer. You probably can't. So, this drawer right here, this is my brass jewelry, or this is my brass necklaces, and I have it alphabetized. So when I pull out this one, this is A's all the way through Z. And then let me show you. So the first piece that I would pull out, it's called A New Discovery. Okay, so I also rubber band them if I have multiples. So in this particular necklace, I have 3. I rubber band them all together, and then I put it back in that bin alphabetically by the name. So when somebody is in my VIP group and they're shopping, and they comment sold on my brass necklace called A New Discovery, well, now I know exactly where I can find that necklace. I go right to my bin. It's all alphabetized. I pull one of these out, put it in their pocket, and until it's ready to ship. So super, super easy, but that's why I keep the name, because I've got the name on the post, I've got the name here, it's alphabetized, I know right where to get it. If I don't do it that way, and I just put a picture, then when I come to look for it in my bins, I'm going to have to go through every single package, every single necklace, until I find it. And if they're packed in bags, even if they're only packed in the secondary bag, I'm not going to be able to tell real fast what it is. So I like to keep it by name. It just makes it so much easier on Facebook. Just for me to be able to go and search for it when they buy it. So it makes sense for me to put it back in the package and just go grab it when it sells. So for my necklaces, I put them in a drawer like that, and it's alphabetized, just necklaces. And then for the other accessories, like the bracelets, earrings, rings, and things like that, I have in this type of bin, and I have them in baggies by letter. So I know that's hard to see. That's an A. So any accessory, necklace, bracelet, earrings, ring, or not necklace, sorry, bracelet, earrings, rings, hair clips, headbands, anything that starts with an A that is brass goes in this brass box in the A bag. So if somebody comments on a walk through the flowers brass earrings, I can come to the A bag and I can look right here. There's not that many in here. And oh, look at there. There it is right there. Super, super easy to find, but because I'm looking by name and it's all alphabetized. So I know exactly where to look. And it's 1 letter per bag for me, because I do have a huge inventory. If you want to do this with a smaller inventory, you may put A, B, or A through C, or whatever per bag. You know, you can combine some, but it's still easier than if you were to look for just one big earring bag or something. So if somebody's looking for an orange hair clip that starts with an N, look at there, there's my N's in my orange bin. It's right there. Okay, so it just makes it very, very quick, very easy to find my jewelry on Facebook when the post has the name of the item and it's alphabetized. So it really just depends as far as paper or plastic and keeping it in the little plastic sleeve with the name or not. For me, like I said, if it's going to go in the events and I'm not going to post it on Facebook, I take it out, I throw those outer papers away. I don't need them. But if I'm going to keep it on Facebook and I'm going to keep it in a bin organized, then I keep it in the plastic bag. Now I could take it out of that second bag if I wanted to and make another label or whatever, but why do that? I don't have time to do that with this much inventory, and it's already stickered. Now I have seen some people take the outside bag and cut these out, and they tape them to the back or staple or whatever, or just keeping the name of the item but not this extra bag. But honestly, that still takes a lot of time. When you are making a lot of sales, you're not going to have time to do that anymore. So you want to find the easiest, quickest way, and leaving it in the bag's the quickest, easiest way. It does take up a little bit of space, and they're kind of annoying because they're big and they're kind of crunchy, but you know what? It's okay. I mean, you're going to take this out of the bag when you ship it anyway. So then I'm going to show you what I do for shipping real quick, okay, and how I package them for shipping. So what I do is, let me find that one I had. So I'm going to take you over to my little shipping station over here. And it is kind of a mess, as you can see. It is a working room. So when I'm shipping a package to somebody, so somebody's buying this necklace, okay? I take, and this is off of Facebook. So, sorry, crooked. So if they're buying this off of Facebook, I take this package out now that I know that this is, it's been in their pocket and I'm ready to ship it. I take this out, I toss it. I'm not going to ship it with that. I throw that away for them so they're not having to throw it all away. And it's easier to pack and wrap without those outer packages. So again, I just kind of look and make sure it's not broken or anything like that. I leave it in this sleeve, okay? If it's, no matter what it is, bracelet, earrings, ring, whatever, I leave it in the sleeve. I take the staple out because you do not want your customer to be all excited and be, oh my God, I love it, and then rip the bag, rip this and break their necklace or whatever. So take your staples out just as a courtesy, and you don't want them to break it and say, oh, I got it broken, can I return it? Because who needs returns, right? You don't want to have somebody return something and have to refund the money. So take it out in the beginning. So what I do is I usually just fold it in half, or if it's a long one, I fold it in thirds, whatever fits. Okay, and then I take a couple different things. The bubble wrap that comes in the boxes that we get for our orders is wonderful. Okay, I use this all the time. So I take this, I use this mostly if it's like super big, bulky stuff or something heavy, or like say this particular necklace here. This is, I know it's kind of hard to see, pearl necklace. Something you don't want to bend. I'm not going to bend this and ship it. I want to keep it straight like this so that I'm not going to get it returned broken. So I leave it like this. So you want something around it that's semi-rigid. So what I do is I take the harder bubble wrap, this stuff here, and I wrap it up, and then I'll cut this off and I'll just tape it. So it's actually going to be wrapped basically like that. But it's just a harder bubble wrap, so it keeps it straight, okay? So it just gives a little added protection. So this bubble wrap is wonderful for that. Or if I have like a big cuff bracelet or something like that, just something bulkier to make it, not so bendable or poke through the envelope or whatever. It gives a little protection. So these are really great. I also if you're shipping a priority envelope, well, let me show you. This is the priority mail padded envelope, and it is bubble wrap, but look how flimsy that is. So I like to take, so if somebody's got a lot of stuff, I don't wrap them individually usually if they're going priority. What I do is I take this, because usually these envelopes get really fat, really, really big if they have to go priority. So I take the whole thing, that whole big piece, and I put it in there just as added protection. And then I put all their jewelry in there. And like I said, usually this gets really full. And then I close it up. And you'll have a nice big, usually big fat envelope full of jewelry like that. But it just gives you added protection for these envelopes because they're flimsy. Now, I also use a couple different sizes of these. And, you know, you can buy these a lot less expensive by buying white or the yellow or whatever. I like to buy the pink. People love the pink. It's just something that, you know, your customers get excited about seeing their little pink envelope coming in the mail. So just, you know, it's a few pennies more, but I just like it because I know they love it. But you can see these are a little bit firmer. So I don't add that extra protection in the whole piece. But I do always wrap all my jewelry, no matter what. Even though this is padded, I still wrap it. So if it's just a few pieces, they'll fit in the little 6x9. And I think this one was 8.5 by 11, not a 10, 8.5 by 10, I think. So I've got a couple different sizes. I actually have one that is even a little bit bigger for really long, like if you've got a big long seed bead necklace or something like that. You want something big and long because you don't want to bend those, right? So you need your envelopes to fit. So when I go to ship an envelope or ship some jewelry, I take my envelope, I take my jewelry, and oops, I think you can see my bubble wrap over here. I take my bubble wrap, I cut off a piece, and then depending on how many pieces, I'll lay it on the table, of course, and I'll usually put maybe 2 or 3 necklaces on top of each other and just roll it up, wrap it, and tape it. So this is what's going to go in their envelope. Sometimes if you pack like a ring or earrings too, I tape the ends and I drop it into the envelope, but it has that extra padding on it. So, and you can get, I usually don't like to go more than about that thick because you don't want them to be super thick. So I usually do 2 or 3 pieces on top of each other, and then I roll it up and tape it together, and it's just secure. You're not going to have loose jewelry you know, rattling around in their envelope. And I'll tell you why you don't want to do that, because I've had customers that were my customers, but customers of other consultants too, and she got a package from another consultant and she posted it on her Facebook page with a video of how bad the packaging was. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that consultant that she's complaining about because her pieces were just thrown in an envelope loose and broken. And take some time to take care of how you're packaging it for your customers, and they're going to appreciate it. I get people commenting all the time on how much they like how I pack because they know they're going to get it safe from me. And again, you don't want that bad. That's bad press. You don't want bad press, especially from your customers that share other customers with you. I mean, we all share our customers, and you don't want to have somebody, you know, saying bad things about how you ship, and they're friends with some other customer of yours, and then now they're going to know that how bad you ship. So, you know, you just want to take some time and take care of that. But then I just do that, and I pack. I put it right in my envelope. And then these are self-sealing, and then you take your label. Now, labels are a whole other video, and I do have a video on how to ship using PayPal and printing your labels. Now, the printing of labels through PayPal, there's a couple different ways, and it depends on your printer and your setup. So I have, you can see it a little bit. I have a Dymo printer right here. It prints heat thermal, and it prints one label at a time, and it's already printed. You just peel it and you stick it right on the envelope. It's wonderful. It's been a godsend time saver for me in my business. But it's not cheap, so I think it was 180 bucks, something like that. Well worth the investment when you can, but it's not a necessity. So you can print labels through PayPal, so you don't have to go to the post office. You can actually pay the shipping right on PayPal, and you can print out your label. But what it does on PayPal is it's going to print you an 8.5 by 11 page, and then you just have to cut the label out. So it takes a little time, but you cut it out, and then you tape it onto your envelope. So just a little different. When you're shipping, 40, 50 plus packages every week, that's very time consuming. So that's why I switched to the Dymo, and I love it. So that's what works for me. But I was taping packages or labels to my packages for years, so it's totally doable. It just depends on what your setup is. But once you get it printed, if you're using PayPal and you're paying your postage online like that and you're printing the label, you tape it on there or stick it on there, and it's done. All you have to do is drop your package off. You don't ever have to even go into the post office and wait in line to pay for your packages. And you get a discount when you're using PayPal labels versus the post office. It's more expensive when you pay at the post office. So check out my videos on both of those. I've got one on how to do invoicing through PayPal, and one on how to ship labels and pay for them on PayPal. So really informative videos that you'll want to check out. But that's pretty much all there is to it. Just make sure that you're packaging your stuff in little baggies. Sometimes I might drop a couple of bracelets in one if they're loose off my boards. But if whatever they come in, if my bracelet, I don't think I have a bracelet here. If my bracelet already comes in it, or the earring that I showed you, the earrings are already packaged and it's something I've got on Facebook, I leave it in this package and I just ship it in that package. The only time I use the unmarked ones is if I'm pulling it off of a board or out of my truck or something and putting it, selling it online from there. So, but as far as names go, unless you are using them for Facebook and you're using them as an organizational tool like I do, you really don't need to keep the outer labels and the stickers that are the names that come on them. So, okay, well, I hope that has been a little bit informative on how to organize your jewelry, and whether or not you need to even concern yourself with the names of the jewelry or not, because I know sometimes that's a little confusing. But make sure that when you do get your orders, at least check it, because I can tell you I'm guilty of this. I don't always check my orders or my items when I first get my order. I've been really, really lucky where I don't have a lot of broken stuff, because Paparazzi is awesome and we don't get a lot of broken stuff, but I don't always check them ahead of time, and I should. But that does take time, taking it out of the package to check it and then having to put it back in the package, which is kind of a pain sometimes, but it's a good practice to do. I'm guilty of not doing it sometimes too, but it is a good practice to get into. Check your orders in case you have a return, because as a consultant, we do only have 3 business days to return items if they're broken. So check them out, and then put them back in the package, and then file them away if that's the way you choose to do it, or hang them up on your boards if that's the way you choose. So, okay, well, I hope this has been a help to you guys. If it has, please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would appreciate that. Leave a comment if you like, and if you have any questions, feel free to message me or contact me, and check out my Facebook page if you want to follow me on Facebook. That would be awesome also. Otherwise, I will say goodbye. All right, bye-bye, you guys.